In this lesson, I will explain to you how to work on missing values in pandas. So for this purpose, I have made this CSV file. So you can see here that on January 5th, we do not have any values here. January 11th and 12th, and similarly on January 20th, we do not have any values here. In rest of the rows, see here, one value is missing, here one value is missing, here two values are missing. So we will work with the help of pandas how to deal with these missing values. In the last lesson, we have discussed few functions. In this lesson, I am again going to explain you some new functions. So first of all, again, you have to import pandas as PD, and df is my data frame. But if you want, you can write down any name is equal to pd.read_csv. In parentheses, you have to write down the location or path of your file. In this case, I have saved my CSV file in my USB F drive, and name of the file you can see from here. It is missing data, and this is the extension CSV. This is not the Excel file, this is the CSV file, comma separated values. So it is very important that you have to write down the extension. When I will run this for you, so you will see exactly same. We have our data frame what we had in Excel, but instead of these missing values, you can see now there are nan, nan values are there. It is filled by nan. Okay, if you want to see the shape means, suppose if you have a data frame which have million rows or million columns, you want to see the shape, how many rows and how many columns. So here you have to use the shape function, df.shape, because our data frame I have made with df, whatever name you will write down for your data frame, you have to use it here. So df.shape, it will show you that there are 16 rows and 5 columns. So when you will see this, you will say, okay, there are 15 rows. Why it says 16? Because you know these are the index values. Index always start from 0. So you have to count from here. These are 16 rows and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have 5 columns. So if you want to find out the rows, number of rows and number of columns in your data frame, so you have to use the shape function. Okay, now move on to the next function, which is isnull. Df is null. What the isnull function will do, make true if there is no data. See here, we do not have any data here, missing values, missing values, missing values. So all the missing values you will see with isnull function that there is a true function. So see here, this is true, this is true. I will show you here. This is missing value, right? So this is true. This is all, this is true, true, true. If there is a value, that is false. But isnull means to make true if there is no data. Now the opposite of isnull is not null. So what the not null function will do, make false if there is no data. Right? So when I will run this for you, so you will see now is false, false. If you have a data, it is true. If you do not have data, blank, it is false. So isnull will make true if you do not have any data. Not null will show you false if you do not have any data. So it's up to you whether you can use isnull or not null, but both functions you should know. Okay, move on to the other function. Here I have written the comment, fill missing values with mean, right? Suppose here, if you want to fill these values with the mean, and you know how to find out the mean, this is the statistical term, you have to add all the values and then divide it by total number of observations. This is called the mean. So see, when I will run this, so you will see that all the missing values are filled with the mean, right? 6.8, 6.8, 6.8. So the mean of this column is 6.8. Similarly, the mean of the other column is whatever is 4. So 4, 4, 4. Okay. If you want to fill your all the missing values with the median. So what is the median? Median is the center value, right? So your data, the system will fill all the missing values with the median. And again, this is the statistical term. Median, you have to arrange all the data and the center value is called the median. So it is filled with the median. Okay, now next is null dot sum. Now what this function will do? Counts 1 if true, right? If it is true, the system will say this is 1, but if it is false, it will count as 0. So is null, you have seen is null only if we delete this part. So I have showed you that if.df.is null will show you all the missing values, there will be true, but dot sum will count for you how many trues you have in each column. So in days column, when we have date, in a study I will show you here. So see, this is the study, this is the missing value 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5, so it is 5. In play we have 10 missing value 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So is null dot sum function will count how many missing values you have, but how many trues you have, right? So here I have written an example that PD series, if I have written true, false, true, true, false, dot sum function. So dot sum function will count true is equal to 1, false is equal to 0. When I will run this, so you will see we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So the output is 4 trues. So same thing, same concept you have to apply here. Is null means is null will give you only the true values, but how many true values you have per column. So this is the result. In sleep we have 9, in eat we have 8, and this is the integer data type. Okay, now df dot play is in learn. Only if you want to see is null means true, how many true you have in play column. So you have to run, and then you will see in play column we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Similarly, if you want to see another column, instead of play we say okay, make it sleep. In sleep, how many true you have, right? So it will show you sleep like this: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. There are 9 missing values in sleep, which we get true result, right? Okay, now move on to df dot shape. Again, I told you that shape will give you the number of rows and number of columns, but why I have used here, because I have to show something here. So drop if any value is missing. So what function you have to do? Df dot drop na, and how is equal to any dot shape. It will show you if, suppose like this. So this is the complete row. In this row we have one value missing. In this row we have 4 values missing. In this row we have 3 values missing. So how is equal to any? If any value is missing, dot shape, it will let you know how many rows and how many columns you have. So we have 5 columns, but there are only 4 rows in which we have complete data available. See here, this is the first row, this is second, third, and here. So how is equal to any dot shape will give you the number of rows and number of columns. But if you want to see the detail, then you have to write down df drop and a. So it will show you that there are only 4 rows in which we have complete data. How is equal to any? If any value is missing, drop it. So there are only 4 rows. Right? Okay, same thing here. If you want to see only the study and play, you say subset is equal to study and play. How is equal to any? If in these 2 columns, if any data is missing from study and table, right, drop it. And first we want to see the shape. So in shape we say there are 5 rows in which we have study and play, both are filled. Here, see here, 1 2 3, and this is 4, this is 5. So in play we do not have any value, we do not have any value, we do not have any values here. So how is equal to any means if any value is missing from these 2 columns, drop it. So here you have to use the subset, but the shape function will give you only the number of rows and number of columns. If you want to find out the detail, then you have to remove this shape function. You have to finish how is equal to any. When I will run, it will give you the data frame only with the 5 rows in which study and play has complete data available. Now is the all. So see, there is a difference between how is equal to any and how is equal to all. So what is the difference? All data is missing from study and play, right? Shape. First, shape will give you only the result here 12 and 5, right? So what it says, all data is missing, right? And here is all data is missing from study and play. How is equal to all, but you have to use the subset. Here you will see your data frame. Shape function will give you only this result, how many rows and how many columns. But if you want to see the detail, then you have to delete this shape function. So this is the difference between any, if any value is missing, and all if all values are missing, right? Now you have to make your own scenario, practice it. If you have any question, you can ask me. Subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching.